You might catch a beating. Just tune in, you gon' have to see it. Stand up if you with us, if not, they be seated. You seen them in every arena. Eddie and Nika, who really got something to fight for. Everybody saying they're the GOAT, who the one that slayed the Chupacabra. Your favorite girls.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays, live from Paris. It's 3 a.m., but you know, we got to do what we got to do.
Committed.
Crystal, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. So
Yeah.
before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Kush for the Seed doing our intro, Arte de Tere that does our videos and all our pictures and everything. So shout out to them. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the news with boxing. You know, a lot of we got a big fight coming up this weekend.
There was a fish fry just day before
We had
yesterday.
the fish fry
Yes.
yesterday. Let's talk about the fish fry. Let's talk about that fish fry. So you
Was a
said you were gonna have
national
a salad
holiday.
for lunch and then a fish fry for dinner.
Yes, we do. So we have everyone have fish that day at my house. So they don't exactly celebrate for the same reason as me, but it's a national holiday.
That's what I was gonna say. It's definitely gonna be a national holiday from here on out. Like it
It's
has to
Crawford
be.
era.
Absolutely it is.
I only been waiting 1 decade for it.
That's my timer. That's my timer that says, you know what, you're going live right now, and we are. But absolutely national holiday. And a lot of people are saying that they don't know how Bud's gonna do with this fight because homeboy is tougher than they thought he was. You know, what do you have to say about that?
Well, you know, I'm not taking anything away from the lad because I think
Can
it
you hear
will be a
me?
good fight. There's no doubt about that until it's not a good fight, right? That's what we
Oh, I
have
can't
seen
hear
from
you.
Crawford since he fight 2017. He been knocking all of them out, everybody. So I expect him to do the same this weekend on the August 3rd. He make history again at 154.
I can't hear you. I don't know why.
Miss Christine cannot hear me, so bear with me, y'all. You know we're not good at this. Can anyone in the chat hear?
I don't know why I can't hear you.
Hi, Julius. Can you hear me
I
now?
can hear you now. Thank
Okay.
God. Yes, thank
Okay,
you. I
good.
can hear you now. Sorry about that. This internet is kind of sketchy, but so a lot of people think that this is going to be a tough fight for Crawford, and he said it himself. He said this is going to be a tougher fight than what he had between he and Spence. So, what are your thoughts on that? I'm sorry, I don't know if you already said that or not.
Yeah, a tougher fight. I think it will be a great fight until it is not. You know, like I say before, I think Crawford is just a special person. He truly is. The talent is special. I hear some people, they call him one alien, you know, and not only him, it's also the corner. They are just a very special team. The balance they have there is incredible. And so I don't know that he will ever be beat.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you. You know, I don't know how many fights he has in the future, but I mean, I dare bet that like every other fight that comes after this, he's gonna win. Like he is special. And these special guys come around like once in a lifetime, you know, and he's definitely that guy. Definitely that guy.
Absolutely.
You know, and then there's some people that have really been into the Olympics and some people that aren't. You know, I saw some interviews where some top, you know, trainers with some top media people were saying they don't know who the Olympians are. They're not interested. They talk about like back in the day, blah, 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 nah, nah, nah. And I'm like, you know what? Times change. You know, things are different. You know, and if you don't know who the Olympians are, I feel like it's your responsibility. Like that's on you. You know, because you're not paying attention. Um, what have you seen any of those interviews or any of those people like talking?
I've seen a lot of conversation around the Olympics. It's not necessarily at this point who is in the Olympics. It's all about the other situation we have at hand, the transgender situation. And
Yeah.
to be fair, I think it's quite unfortunate there are so many people who will believe anything that is put out there on the social media. Um,
Absolutely.
I don't know all of the details, but what I don't believe for 1 second they are allowing in the 24 Olympics for a man to fight a woman or a male to fight a female. I
Right.
don't believe that is true. So
Right. Yeah, and you know, and things are going to come to light. They're coming around. Brunch Boxing had a great article today, and it was fucking fabulous. You know, and I want everybody to read it
I need to
because
go
we
read that
don't know.
more.
Yeah, we don't know. You know, we don't know. We don't know what's going on. Like I can't speak on it because I don't know, but I do know that the person in question, one of the people in question, we have actually sparred that person and they're in the same weight class that we are, and we're gonna eventually fight that person, and we're gonna do what we got to do. You know, I don't like I said, I don't know the details. I want to know what the details are, but what we don't know. I'm actually gonna message Brunch Boxing now because I
Good
want
morning,
them
yeah.
to talk about the article that they wrote, and I thought it was like fabulous. Um, I read it earlier and it was just great. But today we had two amazing wins. We had Jamal Harvey and
Uh-huh.
Omari Jones,
Amari.
and we won. We won both, and those are two guys that people are looking out for. And
So
we have many
Jamal,
more.
can you help me, Christine? Jamal went by 3-2, right?
Yes,
What was Omari's?
Omari was unanimous.
Unanimous. Okay.
Yeah, he was unanimous. Yeah, he
Okay.
was definitely unanimous. He did a great job. So Jamar, so we fought this Brazilian guy, I think 4 times or 4 or 5 times, and it was like a 3-2 that we won. We're like, we won three, they won two. And they were very confident that they won. Which, you know, I think that's great. We were confident too. And you know, it got ugly in the third round, but you know, we pulled it out. Um, and then with Omari, I mean, to me, it was he was against China Tope, and he won that like amazingly. Like it was beautiful. It was
I'll have to
definitely
go
beautiful.
back and watch both of those. I wasn't able to watch them today.
Yeah, no, you know what? They come on different times. Like y'all are asleep and we're awake. You know, just like right now it's 3 o'clock a.m. You know, in the morning for me. And then tomorrow we have Jenny and we have Morel. Um, and so yeah, it's different times. But for those that have been like tuning in and like watching whenever all the action happens, like kudos to them.
Yeah,
I saw
you see
that.
this all on Peacock, but you can also find it on the Instagram Live. Just saying.
Yeah, just saying. So, but tomorrow, I mean, tomorrow, so I will be in the corner with Jan and Mo. So I won't be on Instagram. Whenever I'm in the audience, whenever I'm just,
Yeah,
fan, which I am, I'm going to
right.
always go live. But tomorrow I'm going to be in the corner.
I
So
have noticed some of the teammates though are also going live. So
they
I've
are
been
going
missing
live.
it wherever I can. You know, the team is supporting
Yes.
each other, and I think it's wonderful.
Absolutely. I mean, we're a
Yeah,
family. We're a big family. So I
mhm.
think it's beautiful. And I'm definitely going to mention to them, I won't be going live, so they need to go live. So it'll be good. But I had also seen that Michaela, she's like getting up early in the morning. She's commentating for NBC
NBC.
Sports, and she's getting up at all hours, to cover everything. And I think that's really fabulous. So
And
kudos to Michaela.
yeah,
I definitely love that. Um, so I wanted Brunch Boxing to come on because, like I said, they wrote a great article, and I wanted them to talk about it. And obviously I have to go to bed in a little while, but I wanted them to talk about that, and I'm gonna message them right now. But in the meantime, I want to talk about the Crawford fight because I think it's very important. You
But we
know, a
have
lot of
some opinions
people,
over here in the comments, you know.
yeah,
Ray
absolutely.
B,
Yeah.
what Ray B say? Ray B say, what worries me is the age, and he been out the ring over a year, and this is his first fight at 154. Can I say Jeff Horn to you? I would love to say
So,
that to
so
you.
okay, hold on. So I think the last comment was about Jahida.
Oh, the last comment?
Yeah, the last comment was about Jahida.
That was from
Um,
Jackie, yeah.
I think unfortunately that Jahida that she lost to the IBF champion. Let's get back to getting the amateur. So yeah, so other countries they do allow pros, to fight in the Olympics, which I mean, I don't like it personally, but then in other sports they do the same thing, you know. Um and Beatrice is IBF champion. I think she's had over 10 pro fights. And she fought Jahida, and Jahida was doing really, really good. But I would love to see the separation, especially in boxing, where the amateurs and the pros, and it's separated. I don't know if it's going to change down the line, but I would like to personally see that. I don't know if you saw the bout between them two.
Yes, I do. Hmm.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that with the pros and the amateurs?
Well, I think I agree with you. I don't think the pros shall be in the Olympics. Even the United States have done it before. Um, I do know that. I think it was in the was it during COVID they weren't able to go in.
Yeah,
So
so during COVID, we had to bring back the pros, and that was the
right,
first time ever.
right,
Because the thing is that the amateurs had to have so many world points. They had to have gone to X amount of
international, right?
international
Yeah,
fights, exactly.
right,
And the team that we thought was going to go didn't have those points, so we had to
right,
go back to the pros, and they
right.
were newly pros.
Exactly. Most of them don't even have 10 fights in the pro level. To be fair, some of
Exactly,
them still don't actually. So
exactly. They still
yeah.
don't. Exactly.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a separation there as well. I agree 100% with that. And I think we'll see a better competition when we do that. However, in the other countries, do they have the platform to be able to do that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
I
either.
mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think I agree. I think it need to be separated for
Yeah,
sure.
no, no, for sure. So I will say that the one of the athletes in question at 67 kilos that I really want brunch boxing to come on, and hopefully they do soon, because people are saying transgender, and then people are saying like people born with both, whatever. So we're going to fight that person because we have Morel McCain, who's in the same weight class. We have sparred this person in Italy, and but we're not gonna not I would not ever criticize anybody that backs out and decides to like boycott and protest. But we are gonna fight this person when it comes to pass. Um, and she would definitely beat this person because in sparring it was totally a wash. So but I really wanted Brunch Boxing, who did more research, to talk about it and tell us, what they found. Because honestly, I mean, I haven't done the research. I'm just going to be totally honest.
I have not either. That's why I'm looking forward to reading that article. I didn't know they
It's a
have that.
great article.
I'll
It's a
have to
great
read it.
article.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. So, with other things that are coming up, what are some things that are like sticking out for you? In the boxing world, and it doesn't have to be the Olympics, just like in the pro realm and
So
everything
I
else.
think the undercard this weekend will be great. The Anderson and Baracol. I'm not sure how to say the last name there, but I think that would be a good fight. And then, did you know Ortiz is coming back?
I had heard that. I had heard the
Yeah,
rumor.
Virgil Ortiz now have a fight scheduled, I believe, for August 10th.
That's awesome.
I'm
That's really
interested
good.
to see how that will go.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and
I'm rooting for him.
yeah, for sure. I mean, he have the health conditions, and
Yeah.
it will be interesting to see how we handle that situation after this. And will he stay? I mean, is he staying at 154?
I don't know. Like, that's a good question. Like, is he, or is he going to move up?
I don't
Like,
know that
was
he
that the
can move up.
problem in the beginning, or like, what was it?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I agree with Daniel. He say Anderson and Bakole. I'm not sure how to say that name, but I
I'm
think
looking
that would be
forward
a
to
good
that.
one.
Yeah, I am
do
too.
think that would be a good one.
I think that's going to be a true test. Like, I really do.
And then of course Pitbull. I mean, I
Uh,
don't know who is not looking forward to that fight, right? A lot of people looking forward to the Pitbull Cruz fight. So
absolutely.
I think that's great. Ah, I see Miss Metcalf is on. She said, "Hey."
My girl, we got some stuff coming up.
Yeah,
So y'all stay tuned for that.
for sure.
For sure.
So,
I can
but
see all the comments. I hate it.
oh, so some of them is saying it's easy money for Bud. Madrimov is too loose of a fighter, and Bud will exploit that. Um, Trill say he think Crawford will cook him. What else? Ray B say he don't see Crawford stopping him. So
Really? He does
yeah,
not see him stopping him. I mean, the thing is like a lot of people like equate like muscles with like, I don't know, but muscles don't mean anything. Like they don't. They don't.
yeah,
But
that's
okay.
cool. So Julia say Virgil need to fight at 160.
I would like to see that.
Potentially is probably better for him, but height will become a factor at some point, right? Because I don't think he is very tall. I
No,
think he
he's
is
not.
short.
He's not. He's not very tall.
Do anyone know how tall he is? I'm not sure.
I want to say he's like 5'10".
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
I
not. He's
thought
not
he was
very
shorter
tall.
than that.
I mean, I might be giving him an inch or two, but I want to say like at least 5'10".
Yeah, I don't know.
But if anybody knows, let us know. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've known him for a very long time, and I'm gonna like guess at least 5'10".
Okay.
Yeah.
At 5'10", I think we'll be okay. 168, at that point, it will be a little bit higher height
Right.
requirement. Funny thing, Daniel Agnew, what he say? Funny thing with Andrew Ruiz versus Gerald Miller could be the real life E Honda versus King Hippo. Oh my.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go for Andy. I'm just saying.
Really? Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
Only because you know what, we talk about PEDs like extensively. They both whatever.
They're
But I
both
don't know.
big time
And I want to
people.
see Andy do a comeback. I do.
I think that would be great for boxing.
I think so too.
I don't know that Baby Miller have it anymore, do he?
I don't think so. Oh, 5'9". So Julia says
Oh,
he's 5. I'm sorry, I was an inch off.
he
That
was
inch
about
does matter. That inch does matter. Just saying.
he about my height then.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking he wasn't too much taller if he was taller. So
Yeah, I'm 5'5.5". So I was like, yeah, he's just like a little bit taller than me.
sure.
But yeah, okay, 5'9". That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's about the same. But yeah, you're right, about the weight and the height, eventually it catches up with you.
Right. Even
So,
Bud at 154, most of those lads are a bit taller than him. So
yeah.
even Spence was a bit taller, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
barely.
but he have a reach. I believe Crawford have the reach in that one.
Yes, Nika, all inches matter.
All
Yes,
inches matter, yes.
yes, they do. Just saying. Yes, they do. So, but anyway, so we were gonna do a short show tonight. Like I had something to do. I gotta get up early in the morning because I will be working Jenny and Mo's Corner. So y'all tune in to Peacock or whatever the app is. Go to usaboxing.org and figure out what it is. But yeah, we plan on winning tomorrow
What
because these
time
girls.
do they go tomorrow?
So I will text you because
Oh, I can figure it out. I just
I
thought,
think it's like for me, it's gonna be like around two p.m.
Okay.
But I'll let y'all know. Yeah, so obviously we're like upside down because right now, like I said, it's like 3:18 a.m. So we're upside down. So everything's happening while everybody else is asleep.
You see the comment.
Um,
Julia say, "Bud jab and inside fighting will stop Israel late." I, yep, I can see that. He
I
won't
can
be
see
afraid
that
to
too.
take a punch to give for more,
That's true. And
right?
the thing is, he adjusts. Like after 2 and 3 rounds, he totally adjusts.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
he figures you out. He's like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You got a pattern here. He starts timing you. You know, he
Right.
starts. You know, he's very fucking intelligent.
Oh,
And the thing that people don't know too is that whenever he works corners for his guys, for his teammates, and he gives instruction, he is so fucking smart. He not only can do it in the ring, but he can do it outside of the ring too.
hmm.
So he's definitely
The IQ is on another level. To be
oh
fair,
my God. He
you have
is.
eyes just everywhere. I feel like
Yes, he really does. He really does have eyes everywhere.
Yeah,
So
this
I'm
is a fight
excited.
I
I
was
hate I
looking.
can't be there, but I would definitely be at his next fight
Oh yeah,
because after the Olympics, I'll be home August 12th. I'm going to these pro shows. Trust me.
August 12th, you home.
August 12th, I'm home. We all going. Y'all going to see Women Crushing It Wednesdays, your favorite girls at all
That's
the
right.
pro shows. We're going to make it happen. We're going to
That's
make
right.
it happen. We
That's right.
three. But
I'm actually rather sad I will be missing this fight as well. This will be the second fight I ever miss. Oh, looky there. We have brunch
oh,
boxing.
looky, looky.
Hey, ladies.
Hello there, darling. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you ladies doing tonight?
We are doing well.
Good.
So we were just bragging about the article that you wrote because honestly, you enlightened me and I'm in the shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the article and what you found and everything that you did to the people that don't know what's going on with the Olympics right now and the allegedly transgender or whatever people are calling these women, men, whatever. Enlighten us, please.
So, obviously, we all saw the social media video that said, "Oh, they're allowing men to fight in the women's bracket in the Olympics." So, listen, I am not gonna pretend like I didn't have a visceral reaction like everyone else did, but for me, when I see stuff posted, I always have to look at, well, where did this originate from? I'm a very curious person.
You good.
So I did some digging and I researched the two fighters, one from Algeria and one from, I don't know if it's appropriate to call them Chinese Taipei or Taiwan. I guess it depends
Yeah,
on
yeah.
where you're from in the world. But these two young ladies, and I looked them up, and sure enough, yeah, they were disqualified in the World Championships that happened in New Delhi. So I was like, that's interesting. So I went down the rabbit hole, like, why were they disqualified? Oh, well, we did some tests, and they had testosterone that was a little bit high for women. So I'm like, okay, from what I know, testosterone doesn't mean that you are a man. So I'm like, let me see where's this coming from. And sure enough, it came from the IBA president, Umar Kremlov. And for those who don't know, the IBA used to be like the major amateur body for like world competitions and stuff like that. And they were stripped of their recognition by the IOC in
Mhm.
2023, and they appealed it to the International Court of Arbitration for Sport, and they also lost their appeal there. So they were stripped of the recognition and basically expelled from the IOC. So I was like, why would they say that these two women are not women? And The test that they conducted was just strictly testosterone tests, which are not the same as chromosome tests. You know, not to get into the whole rabbit hole of gender and all this other stuff, but listen, I'm old school. You know, I believe that men are born with wee wees, and
Right.
ladies are born with hoo-has, and these ladies were
Right.
born. These ladies were born with vaginas. So by
With
everyone
the
else's
hoo-has.
definition, yeah, exactly. By everyone else's definition, these are women, but because they had quote unquote elevated testosterone, and because they had
Mhm.
beaten in this tournament, they had beaten a couple fighters from Russia and Bulgaria.
Mhm.
All of a sudden
And
they were
recently
fine to, yeah,
Mexico.
yeah, they were fine to compete until they beat the Russian and the Bulgarian girl. All of a sudden, no, we got to test their gender because they must be men. And I'm a little disheartened by the discourse surrounding the conversation, because then the discourse surrounding the conversation, it only centers around the way that these women look physically, and if people don't feel like they look like attractive
I mean,
females, they
I've seen them.
automatically
We've
assume that they're
sparred one of
men.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So, listen,
the
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't hit on them in a bar, but
right.
they're women. It
Right.
is what it is. Everybody got their type, but they were born with vaginas. So, unless
Okay.
we're gonna define women a different way, we can, it is what it is.
No, I love the fact that you did go down the rabbit hole and that you did like do some research, because honestly, I mean, I didn't. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say I didn't. I just know that we were in Italy, and the young lady from Algeria, we sparred her, and nobody else would spar her because they're like, no, that's not a female. Um and and our girl, did amazing, and we're eventually, because we plan on winning, we're going to have to fight her, and we're good with it. I know that there's been other countries that are like, you know what, we're not, if we have to fight her, we're not going to fight her, but we're going to go forward. um, I don't really understand why they were disqualified or unable to fight, at like the women's worlds and other things. I guess they had too much testosterone or whatever. But if um, if they're women and that's just what it is, well, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Um,
so the way that the IBA rules are, if you have a certain amount of testosterone in your system, they mandate that you have to take testosterone blockers in order to lower your testosterone. But they're like, we're not doing that. This is fucking natural for us. Why would we artificially make ourselves weaker just because we're whooping up on your girls? So
yeah,
that never made sense to me. And the to me at least, the funny part, not haha funny, but to think that Algeria, where being LGBTQ is literally illegal and punishable by up to 3 years in prison, to think that Algeria, of all countries, would send a transgender athlete to the Olympics is laughable beyond comprehension for me.
yeah. And I have to apologize because I was sharing some information. I mean, because I've seen this boxer, and we've dealt with this boxer, and I was sharing information before I did my research. So I mean, I'm never too proud to say, what, I was wrong or whatever. Um, the word trans was being used very loosely. But there are men and women that are born with more this and that, and I have to respect that. So my apologies for doing that. But so obviously for right now, it is what it is. They passed. There were some issues in other tournaments, international tournaments, where they couldn't compete. Okay, but they're able to compete in the Olympics, and you know what? Whoever we got to face, we're going to face them. You know, it is what it is. These athletes have worked so hard, and I saw some of the other athletes that are saying, "I'm not going to fight this person," blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, you know what? You've been working for 4 years or plus 4 years to get to this platform, and don't let somebody because of whatever detour you from where you want to be. And we're not going to do it as Team USA. We're not doing it. Whoever we face, we're facing them and we going, you know. But I loved your article and I shared it and I thought it was fabulous. And I appreciate you doing all the
Thank
research,
you
you
so
know,
much. I really appreciate it. Well,
100%.
what else you ladies got going on tonight?
You know, we were talking about the Crawford fight coming up this weekend. You know, a lot of people are saying that, you know, this is going to be Crawford's biggest challenge, or you know, he's going to walk through it. Like, there's so many different opinions. What is your opinion on this fight this weekend?
In my opinion, if Terrence Crawford is who we all think he is, he should cook this guy because I don't think Madrimov has the big fight experience to deal with someone like a Terrence Crawford. And he, quite frankly, doesn't have the boxing skill to deal with someone like Terrence Crawford. So to me,
Mhm.
as long as Crawford could handle the weight, he should cook this guy. Now, that to me is the question of the fight. Can
So it's the
Terrence
weights.
Crawford handle the weight at 154?
Crystal, what do you have to say about that? I've seen Terrence take down some big mofos, like in wrestling and in a bunch, like off camera, like on the side. I've seen him take down some giants. Crystal, what do you got to say about this?
I don't think the weight will be an issue. I truly do not. I think 154 he will make just fine as far as making the weight. And then I think he'll be able to handle the ones that are at 154. I think when we start talking 168, then perhaps we have a bit of an issue because it is a much higher weight class considering where he come up from, you know, like where he started at. But I think 154 is he will be fine. He will be just fine at 154. I don't see a struggle here at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that is it going to be an easy task? No. But you know, people are always like, "Oh, who has he fought? What has he done? Blah blah blah." If they don't see it, you know, if they didn't see it with the Spence fight, they're going to see it with this fight. If they don't see it with this fight, you know what? They're just haters. Like seriously, because his resume is amazing, his technique is amazing, and people are like, "Oh, but you're a fan. You're a fan." Yeah, I'm a fan for a reason. I'm not just a fan just because. I'm a fan because I see the skill set that he has. You know, I've seen what he's done inside the ring, outside the ring. He's a fucking genius, you know, in my opinion. And right now, to date, nobody can beat him, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. So, so we're gonna go around and we're gonna give like some last thoughts, only because it's 3:30 a.m. in Paris, and I gotta get up because I got two girls fighting tomorrow. But brunch boxing, I thank you so much for coming on because I read your article and I was just like, you know what, you're so fucking talented, and the shit that you said was like on fucking point. So I wanted you to come on and talk about it because I'm not an expert and I don't know. So I appreciate that so much. But give us some last words and tell everybody where they can see you, where they can find you, because they definitely need to tune in.
I will leave everybody with this. Saturday night is going to be, I think, a very memorable night in the sport of boxing because it's not just the Terrence Crawford fight. You also have Isaac Pitbull Cruz against Rayo Valenzuela. You got the return of the first ever Mexican unified heavyweight champion of the world, Andy Ruiz. He's going up against Big Baby Miller in a fight where both
Yeah.
guys need this win. They both need the win, you know? And,
Yeah.
and then you also have Jared Anderson, who people think is the next great American heavyweight, going up against someone who can actually punch him back this time.
It's like
So
they
we
either
will
think
see.
that or they think he's like a total fluke. It's like
Yeah,
black and white.
Who do
exactly,
you have in the
exactly.
US fight, Matt?
I'll be honest. I think Ruiz is gonna win, but he looks really fat. I don't know what's going on. Like like he looks heavier than usual. Like, listen, I'm a big boy, so I know when your shirt doesn't go all the way down, and you got that little gap in between the bottom of your shirt and your waist, that just means your belly's too big. His belly's too
Maybe he
big.
bought
What's
the
going
wrong
on?
size. I'm just saying. Maybe somebody bought him the wrong size shirt.
Maybe he did, but it's so many, and I'm so looking forward to seeing David Morrell, man, because
Yeah.
I want to, because eventually I want to see Morrell Benavidez later this year, but I just want
Oh
Morrell
yeah.
on such a big stage that people understand that this guy is one of the most talented fighters in all of boxing.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. That's for sure. Crystal, what about you? What are your last words? What do you got to say? What do you want people to know?
We're making history this weekend again, right?
Again, almost a
Yes.
year later, a year plus some days later.
I think it's still close to Miss Deborah's birthday, so she probably bring her dancing shoes again, perhaps.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
no, honestly, I think it will be a great fight this weekend. I think we don't speak about it, but Clarissa do what she need to do last weekend. That was incredible to see again.
Hmm.
Um, Lots of boxing everywhere you look around. I've been busy. Amateur, pros, it's everywhere. Keep up with the Olympics. And thank you again, Matt. I will have to get on and read that article. I didn't know you make it. So thank
It
you for
was
sharing.
fabulous.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that
Yeah.
information. So
Absolutely. Yes. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you both for being here. Nika had something to do. We love her. We miss her, but she's also backstage because I can't get shit over here in Paris. My shit was messing up. But and tomorrow watch the Olympics, please. We have Jenny going tomorrow. We have Mo going tomorrow. We got some tough fights, but you know what? We're gonna take it there. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. We love to love you. And until next Wednesday, we will see you then. And everybody have a great night. Thank you so much.